Dolphins General Manager Chris Grier, thanks for taking the time. I know this is a busy week with the draft coming up, but how has the process been going for you last year compared to this year? Your first time as the head guy with the Dolphins compared to now. Is it a little bit more seamless or a little bit more structured for you?
Yeah, I think the one thing is the continuity now, and also we're all used to working with each other. Adam, Mike, and I, we all came in and we had known each other but never worked with each other at all. So I think it was, going through that whole process and being together for a year. Also the coaches have been around the players for a year now, so you understand the roster a little better, strengths and weaknesses. So it's been a real fun process. It's been a good, thorough process, and like I talked about before, a lot of discussions and a lot of debate. So it's been fun.
A lot of healthy debates, I'm sure, in that room with a lot of different minds with the scouting department, and you talk about the collaboration between Mike and Coach Gase and yourself. Talk us through the board. I mean, I know you probably had a lot of names on that board last week, maybe compared to this week, and then fine-tuning that board and how that, I guess, that board ends up before draft day.
Yeah, like we always talk about, everything's a process. I guess that's the word that everyone likes to use talking about it, but it is. You grind through it. You still have the discussions. We're meeting with, whether it's, Drew Brooks on the security stuff, or Dennis in the analytics, or Ryan Grove and the medical staff. So it's still a lot of, debate and background information, and making sure the kids are the right type of kids we want, making sure, are they healthy? Are this someone that's built to last, or is this a short-term player? So there's a lot of noise this time of year, false information going out where, people have their own agendas for what they want to get out to the media and stuff. So at the end of the day, you just got to stay true to what we believe and how we set the board, and what we want for our team.
Chris, you've been around a lot of drafts. How does this draft, in terms of talent, in terms of just raw ability, when you look at players throughout the last year, compare to other drafts? Is this one would you consider it a fairly good draft talent-wise?
Yeah, I think it's a good draft. I think it's a draft where player 15 through player 45 may end up being the same caliber of player at the end of the day. So, and that's good because it's a lot of balance, so it creates value. So I think you'll see a lot of teams in the second half to the bottom part of the draft willing to move, because I understand they'll get a good player later on. But, every year, people want to say it's a strong or a weak draft, and we have to draft somebody.
Right.
So again, it's a lot of, the hard work, the evaluation of the scouts, and then the coaches working with the personnel department into finding the good players for the Dolphins.
Second year in this position, how much fun have you had going through this and being able to look back and say, we were 10-6, made the playoffs, we want to continue to take the next step, but how much fun have you had individually being at the top?
I love football. I love being in this job. I said I didn't get in this job to be a GM. I did it because I love the sport, growing up with my father and stuff, and being around the sport. But I don't look at it as having fun. I enjoy winning, but I hate losing more than I enjoy winning. So for me, I just enjoy doing the job. I enjoy the process, whole thing, and I enjoy meeting with different people. I was fortunate to spend some time with Theo Epstein and out in Arizona, so we spent a couple hours with him and Jed Hoyer, and it was just listening to them talk about how they built their teams and stuff. So it was really good. So I just enjoy everything about it in terms of trying to build a team and create a winner.
We talked at the beginning about a little bit of the pressure last year, having the 8th pick and then getting to 13. This year we're at 22. How does it differ when you have the 22nd pick compared to having 5 or having 3 picks in the 5th round? You're still trying to get the best player you can possibly find to strengthen this roster, correct?
Yes, and it's for us, and I think, with Coach Gase, it's, we're not satisfied. Every year the goal is to win the AFC East, because that gives you in the playoffs automatically. We understand that New England is the best team in the league, and they've proven it over the last 10 years. So for us, the mantle's right there. We know where we got to get to. So for us, we were 10-6. That was last year. No one cares about that. So for us, it's just trying to keep winning and pushing our players to create this environment that, it's never good enough. We can always be better and improve.
Well, Chris, we're hoping we win on Thursday night, Friday night, and all day Saturday
You and me both.
with this year's draft. Thanks so much for taking the time, and
Thanks,
good
John.
luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You got it.